Good evening and welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean, and these are some of the top stories we have for you tonight. A breaking story in Estate Richmond. A local promoter is pepper sprayed and arrested, and a whistleblower at Diageo is fired. These stories and more are up next on News Channel 8. In a late-breaking story, we go to Estate Richmond, where a policeman has shot a would-be suspect. News Channel 8's Wes Small is on the scene. Let's go there now.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. We are in Estate Richmond, and this incident happened at around 2:45 or so. Here's what we know right now. We have a male body right up there, upstairs. Apparently, he was breaking in an apartment. The screwdriver still lodged in the door. And here's what we think happened. A police officer saw the burglary in progress and then shot him dead. He is dead. Right now, we're going to go to Deputy Police Chief Chris Howell with this late-breaking story.
My name is Chris Howell. I'm the Deputy Chief of Police. Today, units responded to a burglary in progress here in Estate Richmond. They encountered a single suspect, and unfortunately, the suspect was shot and killed by police officers that responded to the scene. Internal Affairs and the Criminal Investigation Bureau, along with the Forensic Unit, have been summoned to the scene. We're processing the scene as we speak, and unfortunately, we're not going to be able to provide any additional information at this time. However, as the information becomes known to the police department, we will make sure to touch base with our media partners so that you all can, in return, notify the public as to our findings.
Unbelievable news. You saw the screwdriver still lodged in the door. Could this be a message to burglars? Remember, our territory is being completely dogged and swamped every day. I got to tell you, as News Channel 8 is out doing stories and you're at work, burglars are in your home. But today, look what happened. I'm in Estate Richmond, and again, this incident happened at around 2:45. Jerome will have more on this tomorrow. In Estate Richmond, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
A local promoter who always gives back to the community claims he was pepper sprayed and arrested recently. News Channel 8's Wes Small has more.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. We all know this guy here. He's Sigga, and we usually see him at Queen Louise as he's donating a lot of his proceeds, even though he might take a loss at his concerts and so forth. Sigga, you have an unfortunate situation that happened to you right in this area.
Yes.
And this is your truck.
Yes.
And tell us what happened, please.
Well, exactly, Wes, I was coming around the corner yesterday afternoon. Apparently, had an officer behind of that mahogany tree there, so you couldn't see him. So when I passed, I saw the person waving a book at me in my rearview mirror. So I stopped and I pulled to the side. So he walked up to the truck. I said, "You're a police. You don't have police written on your shirt to identify yourself. That little police writing in the polo is not good enough." He told me to pull my ASS to the side. So I said, "No, you don't talk to me that way. You need to talk to me in a manner that you could get respect, and I give you back respect. If you're going to talk to me that way, I ain't got nothing to it." He said, "Where's your effing driver's license and registration? You want me to arrest you?" I said, "Boss, you need to know how to talk to me." And before I could have winked, he took out his pepper spray, sprayed to my face, pulled me on my truck, and he said he's arresting me. I have no problem with that. But, you know, the saddest thing about it is not everybody out in our community could come on the TV or go on the radio and complain about some of these officers. They need to know how to talk to people. If they want respect, they have to give we, the community, back respect. That's why our little community is this way. Because a situation like this, I'm not going to want to respect no officer when anyone deal with me because of the situation that occur with me, you know, and that is why the island is going down, and they're not seeing it. They're saying this violence is happening because of this and because of that. But some of these police officers, because they have a badge, they want to talk to you how they want to talk to you. They want to deal with you how they want to deal with you, because guess what? It's not everybody is going to take them to that next level. But, you know, sorry to say, I'm going to be the big man, and I'm going to come out, and I'm going to make him a prime example. So we in the VI, we don't live like that. He maybe come from the States, wherever he was living with that attitude, but it's not going to work here, because guess what? It's going to corrupt all our mind out here. It might be you tomorrow. It might be anybody tomorrow. So therefore, they need to investigate and deal with him, that we can make a stop to this before he don't do that to somebody else, you know?
You say he looks like he came from the States. So, you know, because everyone knows you, Siga.
Yeah.
And like, you know that, hey, this is a good guy. He gives, he gives to the community. Say, hey, Siga, what happened? Where your registration? So obviously he didn't know you.
No, he didn't know me.
Who is this officer?
His name is Altworth Jones. Altworth Jones.
Jones. That name sounds familiar.
Well, just a while ago, everybody was calling. I voiced my opinion on 103.5. And the amount of people called and had complaints about this officer, they really need to do something.
Wait, isn't Jones the officer with the Frederickstead situation and
yes.
the pregnant girl?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You know, so we live in a small community. Why we have people like these trying to destroy our streets and make it bad for the rest officers out there?
Wow. All right. Well, Siga, as we wrap this up, you just came from the court from the local
rights.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how much to get out of jail?
Well, I had to pay $500 to post my bail. My mom bailed me last night, and they charging me with no insurance, which in my truck is insured, seat belts, and stuffing traffic with an officer. No, you stop me, you pull me out. You didn't ask me nothing. You just pulled me on my truck with the pepper spray in my face. How would I show you my license? How would I show you my insurance to show that my truck is insured?
You were still in the car when he pepper sprayed you?
Yes, I was sitting down when he pepper sprayed me. And then pulled me out of the truck and then say I'm under arrest. I said, okay. When he's putting me in the car, I said, look, I have my license firearm on me. He didn't have search me. Then when we got to the emergency room, my attorney
He didn't search you until after he pepper sprayed you and put you in the car?
That's right. I had to tell him I had my firearm on me. He didn't know. He was putting me in a police car when he didn't know I had my firearm on me. Then when we got to the emergency room, my attorney came and asked him, what are you charging my client with? He don't know yet. But why you have my client in handcuff? They just want to do what they want to do. They need to do their job in the way that they was taught, not the way that they feel like.
All right. Here we are near the old St. Croix cable TV. The area around Strawberry.
Yes.
This is where he got stopped. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
In all fairness of this controversial story, it's important to get both sides of the issue. Here now is Virgin Islands Police Department Deputy Chief Howell.
On May 19th, 2010, members of the Virgin Islands Police Department were conducting a traffic enforcement initiative as a result of the nationwide Click It or Ticket campaign. During this initiative, officers pulled over Mr. Sean Baptiste for a seatbelt violation. As the officers approached Mr. Baptiste's car, he became irate and began to curse the officers. The officers remained professional and asked Mr. Baptiste to produce a driver's license and registration, which he refused to do and continued to curse the officers. The officers repeated the request for the production of a driver's license and registration. However, Mr. Baptiste failed to comply and continued to curse the officers. After several minutes of noncompliance, the officers advised Mr. Baptiste that he was under arrest and asked him to step out of his vehicle. Mr. Baptiste refused. When Mr. Baptiste refused, the officers attempted to remove Mr. Baptiste, and Mr. Baptiste struck the officer's hand. One of the officers then utilized his department-issued pepper spray in order to force compliance. In all cases where officers utilize force, the Virgin Islands Police Department conducts a use of force investigation in order to determine whether or not the officers' actions were justified given the circumstances. This case will be no exception. I will caution the community not to come to quick conclusions concerning this case or any other case where officers utilize force. Arrests are made on a daily basis by the Virgin Islands Police Department, and normally they are made without incident. However, given the characteristics of the people that we come in contact with, it is not at all unlikely that we will find those who will choose to make a situation worse than it needs to be.